What's up, Juventini? This week is set to see some announcements made, all right? One of those announcements has to do with Yildiz as well. That leaves us all asking, is it too much too soon for the player? We've got sales ramping up on 3 players around Juve, and we reach an agreement with one of our targets that Thiago Motta wants to see in Turin. We're going to take a look at that and all the other news around Juve, all right? I'm Berto. This is the AJC, your channel dedicated to Juve. Let's get into the news, all right? We're going to kick things off with this announcement that's set to be made tomorrow. We all saw the video, all right, and you could see the fine little details in the video, and it has to do with Yildiz, but it's also going to mark the launch, the unveiling of the new kit, and I believe Cambiasso has also personally leaked it on his own Instagram account, all right, but the new kits will be unveiled tomorrow, at least the new home kit, all right? We still wait for the away and third, but the home kit will be unveiled tomorrow. It's also set to tie into Yildiz receiving the number 10. Now, rumor has it he is taking a break off his vacation to be in Turin to meet with Motta, and he is going to be essentially told he is going to be the centerpiece of the project for Juventus, all right? And he apparently did not ask for the number 10. Juventus is giving him the number 10. So, of course, this leaves us asking, is it too much, too soon for Yildiz, all right? As far as marketability, this player has had the marketability already, all right? Just in the sheer excitement of our own player labeled the Phenom, all right? Now, he has been selling kits consistently last season, strong sales numbers on his kits. Does giving him the number 10 add unnecessary pressure? Does labeling him a centerpiece of the project add unnecessary pressure on the player? For me, I said before any of this news came out 2 weeks ago on the live show that I have some doubts about leaning too much on Yildiz, and we should just let it happen naturally. Is this going to be detrimental to the player? If it does, and Juve pressed all of this because of the marketability aspect, I'm going to be very upset with the club's actions, all right? However, I still think he's got all the tools to be an absolute deadly player. So hopefully it doesn't make him stumble whatsoever and he hits the ground running. But where do you stand on the question, is it too much, too soon for Yildiz? Now, we get to some potential sales with Sule. Today, West Ham has come forward and is starting to inquire about Sule, probably trying to see if they can also get a yes, as Leicester has. Will they come forward with a 35 million euro offer? We have to wait and see, all right? But Leicester has already increased an offer, has gone to 33 million, and the latest reports today suggest that Leicester is going to submit another increase on the purchase for Sule. So more teams becoming interested and coming in will help Juve get closer to that 40 million euro price tag that they want to hit, and they might ultimately sway for 35 to 38, somewhere in that range. He would no doubt open up the door for the Coop Miners move, all right? So all eyes on this one. Arthur, all signs are pointing to him going to the Premier League, all right? He has interest from Everton, Newcastle, and Wolverhampton, all right? And it is said that his agent is currently working with those interested to find the right solution, all right? So moving him would also help Juventus out tremendously. With McKennie, Everton and several clubs out of Saudi Arabia have come forward with interest. None of the options so far that have presented themselves for McKennie have appealed to the player, all right? Like we mentioned yesterday, it's going to come down to how hard Giuntoli pushes, and it still might have nothing to do with this move, and McKennie might just freeze himself at Juve, all right? With Rugani, he apparently is the latest on the hit list of Motta and Giuntoli, as he apparently has been told he is out of the project with Juventus, all right? Several clubs interested. None of them have come forth around that 6 to 7 million euro mark that Juve wants to see on the player's sale, all right? Now we get to Toribo. It has been said that Toribo has informed Nice of his desire to join Juventus, and and is pushing for them to find an agreement with Juve. Now, as far as finding an agreement with us, it's still going to come down to Juve making a sale, all right? But the latest reports suggest that Juve has found an agreement with Todibo at €2 million per season salary, and Thiago Motta wants Todibo to come in and join the club, all right? Let's see if we can find a deal. In terms of finding a Vlahovic alternative, this has led us in many different directions, all right? Obviously, after the Euros, you get more and more fans asking for Alvaro Morata to return, all right, especially on a €12 million release, all right. But the latest name to come back into the mix is keep eyes out for Raspadori. But Raspadori will be monitored by Napoli this summer going through camp with Antonio Conte, okay. And other names, Pepe from Porto is one to apparently watch for as well. But we continue to look as Keane has already left and Milik is apparently one of those others on the hit list that has been told he is not part of the project moving forward. So let's see what develops there. We have Juve and Venezia working on two moves. One for Barbieri that is set to be a loan with obligation to purchase. The other for Hans Nicolucci Caviglia at an outright sale of €7 million. All right, so let's keep tabs on that one. And then as far as another announcement, well, Thiago Motta, not an announcement as we already know as he's there with us in camp, but it is going to be an official unveiling for Thiago Motta coming up this week. That's your news break to July 15th. You guys know the drill, right? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join our AJC army. But my favorite part, let's mix it in the comments, baby. Let me know what you think about all the news you just heard here today. And don't forget, I'm back with you every single day as we follow this beautiful club of ours, all right? I'll see you tomorrow. As always, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.